In example 3, we are given a quadratic function 2x squared plus 3x minus 2, and we want to compute f plug in x plus h minus f of x over h. So this is called a difference quotient, and it's going to come in when we study derivatives in a later chapter. So the way that I like to approach these is we've got our f of x written down, so let's find our f plug in x plus h. So what we're going to do is I'm going to rewrite this function equation with empty parentheses where there's an x. So instead of x, I've got 2 times parentheses squared plus 3 times parentheses and then minus 2. And what are we putting in the parentheses? Well, x plus h. So this now will be 2 times x plus h squared is x plus h, and then plus 3 gets multiplied in times each term there, so 3x plus 3h, and minus 2 on the end. And now let's FOIL out here, x squared, so we got our 2 out in front still, x squared, outer terms xh, inner terms another xh, so plus 2xh, and then last terms plus h squared, plus 3x, plus 3h, and minus 2. So this is now multiplier 2 in times each term here, so 2x squared, 2 times 2xh, 4xh, 2 times h squared, 2h squared, and then our plus 3x, plus 3h, and minus 2 on the end. So now we're ready to go ahead and plug into our difference quotient here. So our f of x plus h minus f of x over h is going to look like, here's our f of x plus h, so that goes in here. So 2x squared plus 4xh and plus 2h squared plus 3x plus 3h and minus 2. And we're subtracting off f of x. So in parentheses, here's our f of x, 2x squared plus 3x and minus 2, and all over h. Now subtracting is the same as add the opposite, so I'm going to change this to an addition and then change my signs. Negative 2x squared, negative 3x, and positive 2. So now notice I've got 2x squared and negative 2x squared, so these terms will cancel. Positive 3x, negative 3x, so those cancel. And then negative 2 and positive 2, so those cancel. So I am left with 4xh plus 2h squared and plus 3h all over h. And then I want to keep simplifying here. Notice I've got a common factor of h in the numerator. So I can factor out an h. If I factor the h out of here, 4x is left. And if I factor an h out of there, I've got 2h left. And if I factor the h out of here, I've got that plus 3 left in there. And all over h. And then the h's cancel. H over h is 1. So this difference quotient simplifies to 4x plus 2h plus 3. And if you have a quadratic function to start with, you'll always end up with h terms in the numerator after you simplify, and they'll cancel with the h in the denominator.